Hello, my name is Helen and I work for Durham University. In this session, I'm going to provide an overview of student finance. That means the cost of going to university, an explanation of student loans and repayments, as well as the financial support available you might not have realised before, especially if you consider finances a barrier to higher education. Because let's face it, talking about money and going to university can be a confusing experience, but hopefully my guidance today will help you better navigate how this process works and reassure any doubts you have. Crucially, going to university is an investment in your future. The cost for university is called a tuition fee, and here are the current fees for a standard full-time course, which is typically 3 years. Fees for an extra year, so if you want to study abroad or do a work placement, are reduced, so do check our website for more information. You don't pay tuition fees upfront. Instead, you apply for a student loan, and this is paid to the university directly by the student loans company. You apply for your loan through student finance on the government website. Unlike other typical loans, you only start paying back once you've graduated, in the following April, and only when you start earning over a certain level of income. So on your screen now is the current threshold for this academic year. The other student loan you may need to apply for is a maintenance loan. This is to cover your living costs, so if you move away from home or go to university, you'll need to pay for things like accommodation, food and toiletries, maybe transport, and of course, your social life and leisure activities. The maximum amount you're eligible for is based on where you're going to live and study and is assessed by your household income. So that's what your parents or guardians earn. You receive the loan in 3 instalments at the start of each term. For most students, this is the first time you're actively getting chunks of money paid into your account, and it can be tempting to splurge on student deals. But being responsible with your finances will save you a lot of unnecessary hassle, and you'll be more productive as a result. Before you head off to uni, make sure you have a budget in place so you can keep track of your income and outgoings, and make sure you account for the necessities first. Part-time work can give your balance a boost, and don't feel like you need to buy brand new copies for any course books. You can use the university library or buy second-hand for a cheaper deal. So the maintenance loan, as I've said, is worked out by how much your household income is, even if you're moving out for uni. The more your household earns, the less loan you'll receive, as the expectation is that your parents or guardians can support you. On your screen now is the maximum loans available. If you're living away from home, obviously it's higher, and then higher again if you decide to study in London, as the cost of living is more. You can check out how much maintenance loan you'll be eligible for on the government website now. Once you've finished your course and graduated from uni, don't worry, you're not immediately confronted with a bill to pay. Repaying your loan only starts in the April after you've graduated, and only when you're earning above a certain amount, which is on your screen now. You only pay back 9% of anything you earn above that threshold in monthly instalments. So when you get your monthly pay slip, it's automatically deducted, more like an additional tax. Here's some examples of what your monthly repayments look like against what you earn. As you can see, it's only a small percentage, and obviously the higher the income, the higher the monthly repayments. You do incur interest on your loan each year, and this is charged at the retail price index plus 3%. This is basically a measure of inflation. But remember, these interest rates won't affect your monthly repayments. These are always fixed at 9% of anything you earn above the repayment threshold. If you stop working or your income goes below the threshold, you stop repaying the loan. You only ever start repaying it again when you're back to earning the threshold amount. Most people don't end up paying back the full amount, and some don't pay back a penny. After 30 years, any outstanding balance is written off. Like I said, it's not the same as a typical loan. So your tuition fee loan covers the cost of your course, the maintenance loan goes towards your living expenses, but there's still a lot of additional financial support available. Scholarships and bursaries are financial grants you don't have to pay back, and they could help support your living costs or even be a reduction in your fees. There's a range of different scholarships available, so make sure to do your research into what's on offer. Check if you're eligible and make an application. Some criteria may be based around academic achievement. Others look at special talents such as sport, music or theatre. And of course, if you come from a low-income household, there's opportunities to apply for support. The Durham Grant Scheme is available to support students if your household income is between a certain range, and you could be entitled up to £2,000. This goes towards the cost of accommodation if you're living in one of our colleges. Just like scholarships and bursaries, you don't pay this money back, but in contrast, you don't have to apply for it. As long as your household income has been assessed through student finance, you'll automatically qualify and don't need to do anything. Check our website for more information on this scheme. You may also be entitled to financial support if you have a disability or long-term health condition, or have a dependent child. You apply for disabled students' allowances or a childcare grant as part of your student finance application, and how much you're entitled to is based on your individual needs and not your household income. This could be specialist equipment allowance or a non-medical helper, for example. Once your eligibility is confirmed, you may be asked for a needs assessment, which will inform the support available for your course. Have a look on the government website for further information. If you take away one thing from today's session, it's to please make sure to submit your student finance application in good time. The deadline to submit your university application is the 15th of January, and the main window for student loan applications is usually around February to May. So apply in early just ensures your loan is in place when you start your course at the end of September. Before you make your application, be sure to have a student bank account set up, so the money has somewhere to be paid into. A lot of banks offer student perks and interest-free overdrafts, so do have a look around. You'll also need the full details of your household income and permit the sharing of this as part of your online application. If at any point your circumstances change which impacts your household income, let Student Finance know and they will make sure your entitlement reflects any losses. If you're a care leaver or estranged from your parents and therefore classed as independent, your entitlement to student finance may not be assessed against your household income, and there's lots of support online for students in this situation, so do have a look and get in touch if you have any questions. That's it from me today on student finance. I hope this session has helped you understand the process more and uncover the support that's out there. If at any point you face financial difficulties at university, we do have hardship funds in place to support you, and the details for further information are on your screen now. Thanks for watching and take care.